What's up, guys, and welcome back to another episode of Fresh Roots Exotic Cars. I am Fresh Roots. Let's jump right into it, guys. Should you lower your car? We're going to talk about some of the pros and some of the cons, but what it really boils down to is personal preference. Personally, I like a car that's lowered, that's slammed. I like the stance of the cars that kind of sit real low, but I do it for performance benefits as well as aesthetics. Some people do it for different reasons. Some people are lowering their car just for the looks, for a car show, or whatnot, but I'm doing it more for the performance as well as the looks, guys. So I don't want any rubbing to be happening, but I do want the car sitting as low as possible. Some people that are going more for just the looks do not mind some rubbing here and there. They don't mind a staggered look or whatnot, but I'm looking for a well-balanced and higher performance than stock setup when lowering my car. So if you're wondering, what have I done to my car? Originally stock, this car is pretty darn low, but as you can see, my car is much lower than stock. I wouldn't say much lower, but it is significantly lower, actually 1 inch all the way around. I actually went with the KW height adjustable springs, guys. So I can adjust the height on this, but I've lowered it to its maximum setting. So I think I have like an inch or so that I could raise if I wanted to. I'd have to double check on that, but essentially I've lowered it an inch all the way around on the KW height adjustable springs, guys. And just from the looks of it, I'm not even gonna get into the performance of the springs just yet, but just based on the looks, I absolutely love the stance of the car now. It's just way more sleek. Not that it wasn't already, but it just looks that much better, guys. It's pretty slammed down to the ground, and I absolutely love the look of the car. I mean, as you can see, there's no more wheel gap, and there definitely was a wheel gap stock, so I love the look of this car now with the KW height adjustable springs. All right, guys, check it out. I'm on this super nice canyon creek right next to my house. It's honestly like the town's best kept secret. I mean, cyclists know about it and cyclists will run this all the time, but there's no cars, no traffic. It's really nice. So it's 8 miles. It's an 8-mile strip, and I absolutely love it. It's kind of like a little canyon racetrack right in my own backyard. So it's pretty darn sweet, guys. But on a canyon creek like this, before I had the KWs installed, you would get a lot of body roll with the car. You would definitely feel a little bit of body roll, not a little bit, I would say quite a lot of body roll, and not as much responsiveness as I'm having with the car now that it has the KWs installed. So I am seeing a performance increase with getting these springs installed, and I'm also seeing an aesthetic increase with them. So if they were rubbing or if the car did not drive as good, I would get my stock springs put on right away. I wouldn't even question it, guys, you know. So it's not worth it to me to increase the aesthetic but to decrease the performance. But if you can get away with doing both at the same time, go ahead and do it, guys. And that's exactly what I found out I was able to do with these KW height adjustable springs. So I'm super stoked on them. One thing to note about getting your car lowered is it'll take about 2 weeks for all of the springs to kind of settle, is what they call it. And then after that, you'll also want to get an alignment done. So for instance, my front springs took about 2 weeks for them to kind of fully drop all the way to match the rear. So as you can see now, I mean, there's really no wheel gap. We got rid of the wheel gap, and the car does perform a lot better, guys, especially on a creek like this where you're doing a lot of turning. You want the car to be as responsive as possible. That's the type of driving that I do. I like canyons and creeks. I also like the racetrack. I haven't been to the track in over a year, to be honest with you, because I've just been enjoying more canyon creek runs. So I've been doing a lot more canyon runs than going to the track. It's been a little bit since I've been to the racetrack, so, and I haven't even taken my AMG GTS there. I just haven't had a need to. I mean, I literally have these creeks and canyons right in my own backyard. So just in terms of some of the pros, we're going to say that it performs a lot better, a lot more responsiveness on a canyon track run like this. And also, I absolutely love the look, guys. So it looks a lot better and it's performing better. Now, there are some cons with doing this in terms of comfortability. I would say you're not going to be as comfortable as the stock springs would be. And for instance, my stock springs went out to New York. There was a guy in the forums that was looking for the stock springs because he purchased a car that was already lowered. His car was lowered on the H&R springs. They're not height adjustable. They're just one setting. They're going to get lowered. They're going to get slammed. So his car's pretty slammed, and he was actually not able to drive comfortably where he's at in the town that he's at in New York. So he actually wanted me to send him over to the stock springs. So I sold him the stock springs springs. He's got those put on his car. He's stoked. Now, I do have more issues with the car being lowered in terms of where can I go, being careful on where I'm going, and just being aware of the road conditions, guys. The car is super slammed. I also have some carbon that's sitting right here. You know, I got my carbon side skirts. I have a carbon diffuser in the back that sits really low. I'm getting a carbon fiber splitter put on real soon. We're also getting a wing put on, but that has nothing to do with the lowering of the car. The splitter is going to be pretty low. It's going to hang low, right? So you got to be careful of these things when you have a lowered car. Speed bumps, potholes, cracks in the road, just anything, driveways that are too steep, you're gonna want to be aware of that. So that is, to be honest, that's the only con that I can really think of with getting my car lowered, is that I just have to be even more aware. But personally, I'm used to it. I came from a McLaren 12C. Before that, I had a Resto Mod Corvette Stingray that was really low. So I'm just used to driving low cars, guys. But if you're not used to it, something to be hyper aware of after getting your car lowered. Just be aware of those speed bumps and driveways and everything just a little bit more, guys. So for me, in conclusion, I have no complaints with these KWs. I think it's a great company, great product. I have had no problems with them at all, and I've seen a lot of benefits. So as for me, it was a positive modification. I'm super stoked on it, and it did everything that it said it would do and more. It's actually performing a lot better than I expected, especially on a nice canyon run like this that I'm just kind of having some fun on today. That's kind of what I like to do with this car, just like to have fun with it. It's not an economical car by any means. It's just a car I can get out there, have some fun on a canyon, hit the track. So that's gonna wrap it up for today's video. I want to thank you all for tuning in. Be sure to subscribe, comment if you have any questions on lowering your car. I'll be sure to answer those, guys. Be sure to stay tuned on the channel. We have a lot more plans with this car. I got a bunch of car shows planned up that I'm gonna be going to. Spring and summer are just getting started here in SoCal, guys. So Orange County, Los Angeles is gonna be pretty crazy. Hypercars, supercars, you name it, we're gonna see it. We're gonna film it. We're gonna have some fun, guys. Enjoy the rest of your guys' day, and we'll catch you on the next one. Much love.